If you're a heating air machine technician or even a salesperson, what does your emotional well-being have to do with your confidence and your ability to close deals, and why does it matter? This is a super important question. I'm Sylvan Bell. I'm coming to you live from Sacramento, California on a perfect day to talk about sales and business and a perfect day to talk about you on video number 450. 450 on HVAC technicians' sales secrets. At the end of the day, here's what you need to know. Confidence is king. Confidence is one of those things that really does help you have the ability to navigate through life, not just sales, but navigate through life. And here's what you need to know. When you go to the grocery store, when you go to the market, when you go to the movies, when you're at the warehouse, wherever you go, you can look at somebody and go with a good degree of certainty, that person's confident. And you can also look at somebody and go, that person's struggling. And there is times where I hit sales slumps and you hit sales slumps. And one of the things that absolutely has to be done is you may have to borrow the confidence of the people around you. And like, Scott, what in the world does that mean? Okay. Sometimes there's days for me that my friends and my business associates believe in me more than what I'm capable of for that day. Because there's days that I struggle. There's days that I'm like, man, everything's gone wrong. Right? Even though I've got the awesomeness swipe file, even though that I've got an amazing, good set of friends, sometimes I just need to hear from you like, hey, Scott, I believe in you, right? Hey, Scott, I know you can do this. Hey, Scott, I know you got this. And sometimes that is the fuel that I need to move forward. And I'm going to share with you from the amount of time that I have coached salespeople, technicians, and even high-level entrepreneurs, there's times where people are just like, man, just seems like everything's going wrong. And like, all they need is like, hey, I believe in you. You got this. I know you can do it. I know you have the skills. I know you have the talents. I know you have the capabilities. And when there's somebody in your life that says, hey, dude, chick, bro, babe, I believe in you. I know you can do this. Like, borrow their certainty to help overcome your uncertainty. And this right here is why you should join my email publication. I'll give you the goods. Not in the Facebook group, not in the YouTube channel. So you're like, hey, Scott, how does this work? Well, if you got somebody that you trust somebody that you trust, you call them and say, hey, look, I need some words of encouragement. Things aren't going well. Can you just tell me to get back in the game? Like, tell me, like, play hurt. Can you tell me that, like, you're going to be okay, right? I get phone calls. Hey, Scott, just tell me everything's going to be okay. They just want to hear it, right? Sometimes people beat around the bush, but all they need to hear is like, hey, dude, hey, chick, hey, bro, hey, babe, you got this. And this is why it's important for you to have good friends. And if you're like, Scott, I don't have good friends, I'm going to say, check this out. If you are on the hunt right now, checking out YouTube videos, and you're like, how do I get better with what I'm doing? I'm going to promise you that whatever you're going through, ups and downs, man, ups and downs, dude, chick, bro, babe, you got the ups and downs. Everything's going to be okay. Right? It's not the worst thing that's ever happened to me. Like, every time that something bad happens to me, I'm like, this isn't the worst thing that's ever happened to me. And sometimes it's followed up like, this isn't the weirdest thing that's ever happened to me. And there are times where I have had to call friends and be like, just tell me you believe me, right? Tell me that it's going to be cool. And like, there's times where people say, hey, Scott, you actually believe that that's an okay thing? You actually admit that you got faults? I'm like, yeah, I don't average. I screw up 4 times a day. Like, I'm not a perfect human being. I mess up. I am imperfect. And there's days just like with you that I struggle. And I'm using me as an example because in that way I'm not pointing fingers at anybody else. I'm like, hey, you are the only person that struggles and I don't, right? Like, I struggle. And so one of the ways around this is to borrow the confidence from the people around you. You have a coach, you have a mentor, you have a friend, you have a family member. And if not, you got me on YouTube. You got this. You're learning how to do some sales. You're learning how to get through sales slumps. You're learning how to close the deals. You're learning how to knock on doors, talk to people, sit through meetings, ask for the business. Keep going, right? Borrow my confidence in you. Like, Scott, are you sure that you have confidence in me? You have watched a video for almost 4.5 minutes at this point, right? Of like, how do I get back in the game? That's proof enough for me that you deserve to have me say, I believe in you. It's okay. Keep going. Borrow my confidence in you. Right? Borrow my confidence in you. If you're struggling, borrow the confidence in the people around you because it does make a difference. It makes a huge difference, right? It allows for you to get to places that you may not think that you could go. You got one of 3 things to do from here, just one of 3. Find the subscribe button, click on it, and every time I send out a video, you'll get an update. 2, hit follow. 3, share this video with a friend or tag them. We'll see you soon. Thanks for watching.